It's hard to put your finger on it, but something is off in this movie. And I don't know if it's the time frame between 2 and 3 being made, or one of the stars not being really in it anymore, or is it the story? What's going on, people? Alex Thorn here, and I'm just a rock and roller who in his downtime likes to watch movies while wearing a bandana. And I'm laughing right away because I have been on this Bad Boys trip as we march towards Bad Boys Ride or Die on June 7th. And I have reviewed Bad Boys 1 and Bad Boys 2, which you can see right here in this Bad Boys franchise playlist. And I've had nothing but good things to say. It is the first time I have rated 2 movies in a franchise back to back, 5 bandanas. Not only 5 bandanas across the board, but both movies got a yes verdict on does it hold up. So they were absolutely perfect movies to me. Bad Boys 2 was made in 2003. Bad Boys for Life was made like in 2020, or at least released in about 2020, 2021. It's a long time. And in my Bad Boys 2 review, I mentioned that Martin is already starting to slow down and his relevancy in pop culture was starting to go down by this time as well. So imagine what life looks like for Martin. And Martin is definitely laying low in Hollywood and in life. I'm sure for good reason. The man is comfortable. He's made his money. He's happy, but somebody drug him out and advised him to do a full sequel to Bad Boys. Will Smith, on the other hand, has been through controversy lately, as we know. Doesn't matter to me. Will Smith is an amazing actor, an amazing human being. Will can still go. Will slipped right back into this role with no issues. Martin Lawrence has effectively become Marcus Burnett and vice versa, because he truly barely does anything in this movie. I watched this movie originally when it came out to theaters with my family, and I just was not hugely impressed with it. And at that time, I'm not sure if my son had seen Bad Boys 1 and 2. It's admittedly so, he would have been roughly around 9-10 years old. Don't think I showed him the movies, or at least all of them. So wasn't a big deal for him to follow up. But now, this is the first time rewatching this movie since its theater release. And I did watch it with my son as well as with one of my best friends. And he noticed the same thing that my son noticed and what I noticed when I originally first saw this movie, which was, boy, this movie is reaching. And my son said the same thing, that this is a good movie. It's not a bad movie whatsoever. But there's a lot going on that I could not picture going on in the second movie, he said. So let's get into what this movie is reaching about. The wife and son of a Mexican drug lord embark on a vengeful quest to kill all of those individuals involved in the trial and imprisonment, including Miami detective Mike Lowry. When Mike gets wounded, he teams up with his partner Marcus Burnett and Ammo, a special tactics squad, to bring the culprits to justice. But old school wisecracking cops must soon learn to get along with their elite counterparts if they are to take down the vicious cartel that threatens their lives. And so that's the other problem that, to me, this movie runs into. It clearly is recruiting others to probably, extend the series going forward, but also to kind of take off some of the heavy load off of Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Now, certainly any load needs to be taken off of Martin Lawrence, as he looks like holding up his own body is enough. Not because he's overweight, not because of any of that, but there seriously is something going on with Martin Lawrence in real life, and I'm sure only those close to him know about it, but it is very visible for many years now that he is off quite a few steps. This has been going on for about 5-6 years. He is definitely suffering from something. And it's pretty evident in this movie in the small things that he does, because he barely does anything. But again, passing this on to this new team called Ammo, which includes Paula Nunez, Alexander Ludwig, Charles Melton, and Vanessa Hudgens, which I will say that the 2 women, Vanessa Hudgens and Paula Nunez, they do a good job Problem is, I'm watching Bad Boys to see Will and Martin. I'm not watching to see Ammo. The other big issue with this movie to me is who inevitably we find out in the end is Will Smith, Mike Lowry's son. Armando Amas, who is played by Jacob Scipio, whose mother, Kate Del Castillo, is Isabel. And so here's the thing. In the first one, we had Tia Leone. In the second one, we had Gabrielle Union. And in the third one, we've got Isabel. But Isabel is about the age that she looks and is about the same age as Marcus and Mike. And to me, at least, doesn't really add any element to this movie that I want to see. And then you throw in her son, who we inevitably find out is Will's son, and there's just something very Hollywood-esque and fake about this Armando character and the way it's played. I get it. They chose a Hispanic guy who somewhat has similarity in looks to Will Smith, and you know, he's got his spirit, his never say die attitude, all this stuff. And in 2020, it is hard to capture the essence of a movie that was made in 95 and 2003. Much like anything that comes out now can't capture Ghostbusters, Terminator, Rambo. You just can't capture that original feel and vibe. You can name it the same name and you can have the same stars, but it's just Hollywood is different. Cameras are different. Action is written different today. And in this movie, there's something about those action scenes that just don't fit with the rest of the franchise to me. With all that being said, let's get to the bandana rating for Bad Boys for Life. And I'm going to give Bad Boys for Life 3 bandanas out of 5. Like I said, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's also not something that can touch Bad Boys 1 or 2. Guys, as we head to Bad Boys Ride or Die on June 7th, let me know, what did you think of Bad Boys for Life? Did you enjoy it as much as part 2 or part 1? Is it your favorite? Where does it rank? We're going to rank all 4 of these movies right after Bad Boys Ride or Die comes out. And you can be a part of that by joining this channel's memberships. There's 2 of them, Plus and Ultimate, and you get so much for both of them, including a laminated member card mailed out to you, along with exclusive lives, exclusive videos just for you guys. You can even participate in watch alongs, and on the Plus membership, you get to be a part of the creation of the future of this channel by helping me figure stuff out, going behind the scenes with me, getting early access, getting exclusive shorts, and so much more. Plus, you get to help the creator, and I absolutely adore doing this stuff for you guys. It has made me sit my ass down and calm down instead of constantly being on the go about what I got to do next. I appreciate it, and I would love if you guys consider joining this channel. Beyond that, if you don't want to make that commitment, that's cool too. Guess what? All you got to do is like, subscribe, comment. It costs you nothing. If you're feeling charitable, you can leave a super chat, a super thanks, or you can head over to Buy Me a Coffee. That's right. Buy Me a Coffee just today, as I'm filming this video, released an update to where when you leave me a tip or you buy me a coffee, I can respond to you with a video response directly to you, and everybody else can see it as well. So if you want to get a direct response from me, I will do that, no problems. All you got to do is head over to Buy Me a Coffee. I'll leave the QR code right here. And guys, you know what I got to do? I got to rock out so I can watch some movies and review them for you.